Hello guys, welcome to another Alice tutorial. In this tutorial I'll be going over collision detection. And I'd like to give a shout out to a channel on YouTube called David Hammer. And the reason is he has a very informative set of tutorials for Alice, and one of which came up with a clever bit of coding for having my angel here detect the edge of a cube in the world. So what we're going to start off with doing is creating a new method. I've already made mine and I've called it collision. It's a world method, as you can see here. And what we'll be doing in it is adding an if-else statement. This if-else statement will check for a certain condition to be true, and then something will happen. The condition I'll be using is when my angel is within a threshold of an object, this object being the cube, then I will have my angel move backward 1 meter to counteract her move forward command. And I'll have it abruptly and happen very quickly. So, now that I've made this new method, I'll need something to call it under the events. So we'll be adding a new event when the world starts, but I'm going to change it to while the world is running. So while the world is running, always be checking for world collision. So now if I hit play, and Alice loads and Alice decides to display, we'll see that my angel can move, and when she sees the box, she does a little stuttery step and bounces away from the box, meaning she can't go through it. It's pretty good. It's not exceptional, and if you'll notice, it's currently set to while the angel is within 1 meter of the cube. That doesn't always work, because if your object is larger than a certain size, you don't want to be sitting around guessing what size it is. So, we'll be using this clever bit of wording, where we change the distance to half of the angel's width, using math. So we set this to while the angel is within half of the angel's width, and we'll be adding an AND statement, and setting that AND to half of the cube's width, like so. Now that we have this little bit of coding, it'll be much more precise. My angel will be checking for half of her width, half of the cube's width, and this will apply to any object. You can replace cube with the name of any object in your world, and it should work just fine. So now, let's try playing it again. My angel turns and sees the box, and stops and does her little wiggle right on the edge of the box. Very good. However, if you don't like that little wiggle, I devised a second method that gets around it, but has its own flaws. So I'll be opening a new method called collision front. I've already made mine, and it's a method of the angel. We'll be adding the same if-else statement, and we'll also be recycling our little bit of code regarding the cube and the angel's width. So now that we have this, instead of having it tell the angel to move something different, what I'm going to tell it to do is activate this variable that I added in earlier, and if I were to hit create new variable, I would choose boolean and set the value to false, name it whatever I like. At the moment I've already made it and named it false. So in the event that this occurs, I'm going to have my method set this variable to true instead, and otherwise I'll have it leave the variable as false. So now in the event that my angel comes within this distance of the cube, she'll set this value to true, and under her move forward command I'll be adding another if-else, where if stop is true, then my angel will do nothing. Otherwise, she'll move forward. What this does is it now detects in the event that she is within this distance of the object, it'll shut down her move forward command. So now we also need an event calling this forward to run. I'll be using angel collision front here, and I will try playing it now. If Alice would load my video. There. Now, when my angel approaches the box now, she stops. No wiggle, just a stop. The distances could be adjusted a bit, but is pretty good. It works alright. The downside is it shuts down her move forward command, not her move into the box command, so as you can see, you can probably hear me clicking, she can't move forward at all now. She has to back away from the box. So while I do feel like it looks better, that she's not doing that little stutter, there is that same downside of she now can't walk straight away from an object. She has to back away from the object. And both of these methods still leave the problem that she can back straight through the object regardless, because it shuts down, because it counteracts move forward commands. But for our purposes, it's pretty good, and while it's not perfect, it does what we need. So I hope this tutorial was useful, and I'd like to thank you for watching.